Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Uzair from ways2sellonline.com and welcome to the Ways to Sell Online show, where we invite the industry experts from the e-commerce industry and we discuss a lot of things with them about their journey, and we ask the questions from them which are not my questions but your questions which you guys are commenting me in the YouTube videos, so we can actually get the benefit out of that question, and all of you guys who are a beginner seller or intermediate seller can actually take the advantage, and using those strategies you can actually grow your business. So just like that, in this video, we are having a very special guest. Her name is Amy Weiss, and she is a TikTok shop seller expert. She's an Amazon seller, and she's already having a Facebook group. So Amy, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so first of all, let me know something about you so me and all the viewers can actually know who you are, what you do, and then we can start asking some questions which are beneficial for the audience.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Amy Weiss. I'm the founder of Amazing at Home e-commerce consulting, and we are Amazon and TikTok partners. And I've been selling on Amazon myself since 2007. So I've been in this industry for a long time, and I am also I have my own private label brand of pet products. And I've helped thousands of sellers develop products, source them, and launch them successfully on lots of different online platforms, primarily Amazon and now TikTok.
Okay, that's great. So if you're selling from 2007, so like that's almost 17 years. So you're a kind of experienced person in that industry, right?
For sure. Yep. I've been doing it for a little while. Of course, when I first started, it was just a hobby, but in 2017, I developed my own products and started my own private label brand, and then started helping others along their journey as well.
Okay, that's great. So as in this video, we're going to discuss about TikTok shop, because Amazon, Shopify and these other marketplaces are too old and there are already a lot of content available right there. But like TikTok shop is new right now, and many of the people are confused, like either they can start selling on the TikTok right now or not, and who is this for? Like TikTok shop is for new sellers or the old seller who are selling on Amazon already, they can also start selling. So right now I can see there's much confusion about that. So can you please advise us a little about like what TikTok shop is and how it is different from other platforms like Amazon or Shopify, or who is this for? Like if a seller is already selling on Amazon, so he can sell on TikTok, or it's for new sellers?
So it's for everyone, essentially. You know, if you already have some experience in e-commerce, that's great, but TikTok is a totally different beast from Amazon. So a lot of Amazon sellers will come to us and they'll say, you know, we want to bring our products from Amazon over to TikTok. And they think a lot about keywords and ranking strategies that work on Amazon. Well, those types of things don't necessarily work the same on TikTok. On TikTok, demand is created through awesome content. So on Amazon, you might have a pretty saturated product that you're trying to sell, and it's not selling well because you're spending all this money on PPC and everything else. But you could take that same product that's easy to demonstrate onto TikTok, and it would sell like hotcakes if the right creator was promoting it and people felt connected to that product in some way. So that's the thing, is what's different about TikTok is the video shopping. So being able to make shoppable videos, being able to have different people and their faces actually talking about a product is very, very powerful. Buying is a psychological process. We all want to feel connected in some way to that product. And on Amazon, we only have the image. Sometimes we have videos, but it's very different on TikTok because you're scrolling through and experiencing the product in a different way through people's opinions and connections. So to answer your question, everyone can sell on TikTok shop. Now, the important thing to know about TikTok is that they have different requirements for who can sell. So if you would like to sell on TikTok US, so TikTok shop has platforms in the UK, in the US, and a few other countries. I don't know them off the top of my head. But if you wanted to sell in the US market, which most people do, you'll need to have a US-based business. So your business address needs to be in the US. And the other thing that TikTok requires that Amazon does not is you have to actually have one of your owners in the business has to have a US social security number or ITIN number in order to register to sell on TikTok Shop. So that's preventing a lot of foreign-based businesses from selling on TikTok Shop in the US market. TikTok is going to be announcing a new program where some of those overseas sellers could sell on TikTok Shop US. We'll be learning about that on our upcoming China trip, where we're doing a one-day mastermind with TikTok and Temu and Amazon to learn about some of those new programs, but right now they have not yet been released.
Okay, great. So as you have told me that the buying process of TikTok is different from Amazon. So what is the main difference? Like in Amazon, people need to launch their product and they need to focus on keywords. Like if they rank on the keywords people are searching for, and then their product comes in searches, they can actually purchase. But what about TikTok? Like if someone wants to sell product on TikTok, so what process or what thing they have to focus on to get more and more sales and visibility to their customers?
Yeah, so what's important to realize about TikTok is a content platform. So Amazon, when you go to Amazon, you're going there to shop, to search a keyword and find a product.
Exactly.
Right? Which makes sense why when we launch on Amazon, we need to focus on our keywords and having those things in our listings and having great images and stuff, so that when people are searching those keywords, that they're seeing your product up in the search, right? Or your PPC ad up in the search. Well, on TikTok, people are scrolling through videos. TikTok is also a search engine. You'll see TikTok actually has a search bar at the top. And keywords do matter on TikTok, but people aren't necessarily going to TikTok to search for products. Now, TikTok is becoming more popular. People are realizing that TikTok products are often cheaper on TikTok than they are on Amazon. So we've seen products that have been launched on TikTok with no content whatsoever, no videos about them, and they'll start selling. Because if you use the search bar on TikTok and that's already a popular brand or popular product, you can make sales. But if you're brand new, nobody knows your brand, nobody knows your product yet, and you want to take that to TikTok, well, then you need to start with content, because you've got to market, right? So TikTok has a unique program, an affiliate program, where you can actually, inside of your Seller Center dashboard, you can actually reach out to affiliates, and those are affiliates are just other content creators on the platform. And what these other content creators that are on the platform can do is they can actually add your product to their own TikTok shop, and they don't need inventory. It's like dropshipping, right? They can add your product, and then they can promote your product with a video and tag your product in the video. And then if somebody buys that product through their video, they get a commission, and you set that commission amount up when you set up your shop. And then you just ship it out. It shows up as an order in your shop, right? And then you simply ship that order out. So these affiliates, these content creators, can create content for you and can help you sell your products. But it's not enough for you to now TikTok is changing a lot. It's not enough for you to just use affiliates anymore. The old strategy on TikTok Shop, and it's so funny because TikTok Shop is so new, so it's funny to say an old strategy. Yeah. But the old strategy was to send out as many free samples as possible to as many creators as possible, and just flood the system with content and hope that one of those videos went viral, and then you would make a ton of sales and your brand would grow, and that still happens. But now TikTok actually wants you to take part in promotions and live streaming contests, and they really gamify the system. So it's very important for new brands coming to TikTok to have what's called a brand face. So somebody on your channel that's posting on your account that is posting consistent content, both live streams, shoppable videos, and just regular content. So that it's not just you reaching out to affiliates. You need to have kind of a mix. The other thing that's happening is a lot of people are using bots to reach out to creators. And so all of these affiliates are being flooded with messages, and it becomes very, very hard for brands now on TikTok Shop to get the attention of these creators. So you need to have kind of a three-pronged strategy. So one is you still want to do creator outreach on the platform through your seller center. You want to have good reviews for the product. You want the product to look good because that creator isn't going to want to promote it if it's not going to sell, right? The other thing is you want to pay attention to what product are you selling? Is it demonstratable? Is it something people can talk about? Is it something people can wear? Is it something people can talk about how they feel when they use it? If it's just a spoon or, you know, something like that, it might not be that exciting to talk about, right? So you need to think about what's already happening on the platform, but you need to use a three-pronged approach. So one, you need to reach out to those affiliates that are on the platform and remember that they're getting hundreds, sometimes thousands of messages a day. So make sure your product looks good on the platform. Make sure that you've got some reviews, that you can import reviews from other platforms using, I believe it's called Yotpo. But you want to make sure your product looks good and that you have a really good message to those creators to kind of get them excited. You want to make sure you're offering a generous commission to get them excited about selling more of your product. You can set all of that up inside of your seller center. So that's one side. Number two, you want to be, as a brand, you want to set up your own creator account to look professional. You want to have some content on there. You know, you want to make sure that it's engaging and it's awesome and you have somebody posting regular content. And number three, you also want to take advantage of paid creators outside of the platform. So there's lots of great platforms like Billo and Join Brands where you can find creators outside of TikTok, right, that are on TikTok already, and you can pay them directly on that platform to create content for you. So what that does is that ensures that you have consistent content posted on the platform.
Okay, so you are saying that not every product is for sale on TikTok. Like if you sell all of those regular product like spoon or toothbrush, which are already selling on Amazon and people are there who can search for that product to purchase them. So these kind of product are not for TikTok shop, right? Like the product which we can sell a lot on TikTok shop is like a demonstrable product or which we can actually make a cool creative or video. So people can scroll on TikTok and while scrolling when they see the ad, so they think that I need this product and I want to purchase that. Right?
Exactly. And that's the thing is, you know, some products are selling on TikTok that we never thought would sell. So it's not impossible. But just like on Amazon, how you look at the competition and you decide, you know, would this be good? Is there a chance for me on Amazon with this product? You want to do the same thing for TikTok. And it doesn't mean you can't create demand through great content. But don't just go on TikTok without a plan of actually creating that content. Don't expect to just launch on TikTok and not do any content, not do anything, and for it to be like Amazon, right? Now, there are some ads. You can actually run shop ads, and a lot of sellers do that. They'll run shop ads, and shop ads don't require any kind of special content. It just uses the image from your main image from your listing, your product listing on TikTok Shop. And so you can actually run shop ads inside of the shopping mall on TikTok and people will buy even from there. So you can get purchases without content. And, you know, again, if it's a good deal or people feel like, you know, it's great. And TikTok runs, what's different about TikTok from Amazon when it comes to promotions is TikTok runs regular promotions. So think like Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals on Amazon, right? You're paying a lot of money to be in those Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals on Amazon. And sometimes you don't even qualify. On TikTok, it's a different story. TikTok runs these promotions all the time and they will refund you a specific amount if you discount your products. Amazon doesn't do that. So TikTok, because they're a growing platform, they incentivize you by saying, okay, like last Christmas when I launched on my TikTok shop, there was a holiday promotion that was going on. And if your product was up to $100 and you discounted it up to 30%, so $30, let's say you have a $100 product and you discounted it $30, TikTok would actually refund you.
Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah, so there's all of these really great promotional campaigns that you can run that can give you the ability to discount your products on TikTok and actually get those rebates back from TikTok. So it does often give you the incentive to be able to really sell more and have kind of a more viral deal campaign. So even if your product's not super great to talk about, if you're offering 30% off and it's a popular product, a creator can talk about that. Hey guys, these blue light blocker glasses are really, really great. They help me with my computer screen, it's awesome. And guess what? They're 30% off today on TikTok only. You're going to sell a ton of these things, right?
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so there are multiple opportunities as compared to other platform, which TikTok is basically giving all the seller to promote their product. Like as you have told me, the influencer program. So it's like a kind of drop shipping for influencer, and for us, like the sellers, it's kind of a influencer marketing. So they can actually promote the product by unboxing the video, and they can get the product, and we can get the sales from their following and their videos. So if there is any seller who are not even into the video creating, so they can still sell and they can still get the advantage of the tools which are promoting tools given by TikTok shop. So that's amazing, and that can give a unique edge to the seller to start selling on TikTok shop who are already selling on other platforms.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so can you let us know some of the mistakes of the new sellers, like all of the seller who are actually thinking to sell or who are new? So if they know about the mistakes, the basic mistakes which all of the new seller are doing, so if they know about those mistakes in advance, so they can actually take care of them, and they can make sure that they will not repeat.
Yeah, for sure. So one of the biggest mistakes I see sellers making on TikTok is that they come to the platform with an Amazon mindset. So
Okay.
you're thinking, I want to drive traffic to Amazon. I just want to sell more on Amazon. Like, why would you want to? Naturally, you're going to sell more on Amazon if you promote on TikTok. But driving all of that traffic to Amazon, not only is it against TikTok's terms of service, so unless it's an ad, you can run ads that are driving traffic to Amazon. But TikTok no longer allows you to get on the platform and create a video and go, hey, this is on sale on Amazon right now. Go over to Amazon and buy it. Because TikTok, just like Amazon now, is going, no, you got to sell that on TikTok shop, right? So you have to be very careful about that. And then also think about it. TikTok's fees, there's no monthly fee to sell on TikTok. It's only a 6% referral fee. Super cheap compared to Amazon's taking almost 40% now. Like, are you kidding?
Exactly.
So why would you want to? Every time somebody comes to me and goes, well, can you just help me drive traffic from TikTok to Amazon? I go, well, that happens naturally anyway. And you're naturally going to see a huge sales lift on Amazon when you create content on TikTok. But why would you want to give Amazon 40% when you can come on TikTok, sell, and you could even give creators a 25 or 30% commission and still get content out of it and still be cheaper than selling on Amazon. You'd make more money that way. So I think that's a big mistake, is coming onto TikTok with the mindset of, I'm going to drive all this traffic to Amazon and see if I can make more sales on Amazon. Again, it happens naturally. The second thing is thinking with an Amazon launch mindset of, this is just going to sell on TikTok, without actually looking up your competition. So when you launch on Amazon, you use software like Helium 10 or ZonGuru or Smart Scout is my favorite, whatever software you're using. Well, guess what? There's software like that for TikTok too. There's software like Fastmoss, and I use Kalo data, and I look up and see what the competition is doing. And softwares like Kalo data, for example, and Fastmoss, they show you not only what products are doing well on those platforms and how much they're selling, but they also show you what creators are selling the most of that, the videos of those creators, so you can study the content of what's working for those types of products, right? They give you the creators' names. They show you for the shop how much the shop themselves content is dominating sales versus creators dominating sales versus ads. They show you which ads are working. So you really have no excuse You shouldn't be coming to TikTok without a plan and without understanding what your competition on TikTok is doing. And then based on what your competition is doing, actually developing a plan for yourself to grow. And then I would say the third mistake people make is thinking they can just come to TikTok and list a product and make sales without actually having a plan for content, without actually having a plan to incentivize creators, without without having a plan to follow up on your customer service. All of those things, you've got to really do the whole cycle of things on TikTok, just like you have to do on Amazon.
Exactly. So if I sum this up, so basically, if someone is start selling on TikTok shop, so he must come with a new or fresh mindset. Like the old mindset or mindset for any other platform will not work here, because it's a new platform. The algorithm is different, the marketing ways are different, and basically, I think that this is the edge from the TikTok side. Like they are giving they are charging less fees from sellers, so they can actually sell on their platform, not on the other platform. Like you have said it right. Like if someone is driving traffic from TikTok to the Amazon, so why he would like to get sale on Amazon if they are charging high fee? So all of this equation of profit will be like in loss.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to look at it.
Okay, so as you have said that like in Amazon we use some tools like Helium 10 or Jungle Scout to do the product research. So are there any tools available for TikTok shop for the product research or for the key metrics, or like how can we do the product research on TikTok without any tools?
So, well, if you said without using any tools, or what are the tools?
Maybe there are some tools like better than me, like if there are some tools available.
Yeah, so I just mentioned the two tools that are the most popular for TikTok shop, and one is called FastMoss and the other one is called Kalo Data. So KALODATA, and FastMoss is FASTMOSS. So those are some like product research, shop research, creator research tools that you can use. You can also, just like on Amazon, when you use the search bar on Amazon, you can do the same thing on TikTok. You can pull up TikTok on your phone, and this is the first step I would recommend for anyone. Tools like FastMoss and Kalo Data do offer some free searches, like free trials, which is great. But before you even do that, go on TikTok on your phone and search for your product. Search for that product type. Use your keywords that are already, popular, and see right there, what are your competitors? It'll actually show you on your phone, on the TikTok platform, how many have sold. You can see that data right inside of TikTok. So why not go on TikTok first and search? So that's where I would start, and then I would continue your research on one of the product or creator research tools like FastMoss or Kalo Data.
Okay, so anyone can go on TikTok shop as a buyer and manually search for the keyword, and from there they can actually get the ideas of the hottest selling product, like number of sales, reviews, and some other product ideas as well. Okay, that's great. So what kind of data or metrics should seller be tracking on TikTok shop to measure and optimize their performance? Like on Amazon, we see the conversion rate, we see the reviews, we see the ranking. So what are the metrics or data which we can actually focus on to find out or to like identify like which product is good or which product is not good, which product is selling or not?
Well, it's a lot of the same data. So on TikTok, you look at GMV, but in terms of you can actually see what the monthly revenue is. You can see what the last 7 days of revenue is. You can actually see on tools like Kalo Data, you can see which creators are generating the most sales and how many sales one single video has generated. You can see how many sales an ad has generated. So that's what you should be paying attention to, is the kind of the same in terms of revenue and sales. Like it's the same as Amazon, right? You look at the revenue for a product, but in terms of content creation and what is actually driving those sales, that's what makes TikTok different. So looking at the data of, okay, how many creators are creating content? Of those creators, who's generating the most income? What are the videos that they're creating that is actually performing well? If a shop themselves is creating a lot of content, what is performing well for them? Because it's going to be different, right? The creators creating content that are not part of your brand. They're just repping your brand. They're going to make different videos than you as a brand are going to make when you're trying to generate sales on your TikTok shop. So it's just important to kind of look at both sides. What's working for creators and affiliates, and what is working for ads, and what is working for the shop of the brand themselves.
Okay, so we can't compare the sales or the performance of one seller who is running influencer ad and for the other seller who is only running the paid ads. So the story of every seller is different. Some are using only paid ads, or some are using multiple way to get traffic and to get sales.
For the most part, everyone is using, well, that's true. Some of them are using ads. Some of them are using their own content, organic content. Some of them are using creators, and the most successful sellers are using a combination of all three: ads, creator content, as well as their own shop's content.
So just like in Amazon, we are having Amazon FBA calculator to just calculate the fees which Amazon is going to charge me. So is there anything on TikTok shop as well? Like before start selling, if someone want to make an equation, like that much is I am going to pay to supplier, that much I am going to pay to TikTok, and at last I am going to have that much profit.
So not exactly. TikTok does have, a finance dashboard that shows you, how much you're getting paid, how much you're paying out to creators based on the commissions that you set up. But this is something they do tell you about their fees, and all of that. But you will have to kind of create your own spreadsheet, if you will, to kind of keep track of those things. We have a TikTok course that where we kind of give you a spreadsheet to do that, but yeah, you're gonna have to kind of keep track of that on your own. They don't have like an FBA calculator, because on TikTok there's a lot of different metrics, right? If you're offering 20% commission to creators, it's just like your PPC. A lot of times seller will come to me, Amazon sellers will come to me, and they'll be like, I don't know if I'm making any money, because they don't know how to calculate. They know how to calculate from the FBA calculator. The FBA calculator doesn't tell you how much you're spending on PPC. And that is
it only tell you about FBA fees.
Yeah, it just tells you about your fees, which that's easy to calculate on TikTok. You look up the fees, you look up it's 6% plus I think 30 cents or something. That's easy to calculate. Where it gets harder to calculate is, okay, what is my margin that I have left over? In order to be profitable, I can afford, let's say I have a 40% margin, right? After fees and everything. Okay, that means I can spend 20% of that or 25% of that in commissions, or on Amazon, you say in PPC, right? And you actually calculate that, and then you have your net. So that's something I think sellers struggle with on every platform. I know, because one of the things I teach sellers is unit economics and understanding how to calculate their actual net month over month, so they understand how their shop is doing. And you need to do the same thing on TikTok.
Okay, so if we compare the Amazon PPC with TikTok paid ad, so what's the difference between, like, if someone is expert at Amazon PPC or he knows that how to run the ads, so can he run the ads on PPC TikTok as well, or there is some difference? Like in Amazon PPC, we need to first find out the keywords, extract the keyword, like run some discovery campaign, and then we run the auto campaign, manual campaign, and then we focus on metrics like ACOS, CTR, and ROAS. So it's just like that, same on the TikTok shop, or different?
Well, it's different because on TikTok shop, you have shop ads, like I said earlier, and that's the most similar to Amazon PPC, where it's a still image. It shows up when you're scrolling through after you search on TikTok, right? But you also can run ads on creators' videos. So let's say you have a creator that went viral. You can run an ad on their video and actually generate even more sales from that ad. So there's many different ad types on TikTok. TikTok has a seller university, just like Amazon does. So I would suggest digging into their seller university. It's free. You can literally Google TikTok seller university. You can go through all of their classes, and you can learn all about the different types of ads and the different ways to sell on TikTok.
Okay, so like as we discussed earlier, like if someone is already selling on Amazon or Shopify, so he can sell on TikTok. But if there is a creator who is only creating videos on TikTok and he is not having any experience of e-commerce, and still he want to sell on TikTok shop because it is trending. So how can he start getting started? Like if he's having a like too much following on TikTok and he's a creator already creating some videos, so how can he start selling on TikTok shop? So what's the best strategy?
So there's shop for creators. There's shop for sellers and brands. There's shop for creators.
Okay.
So if I'm a creator and
Okay.
I've gotten started and I'm starting to get a following, I can literally add shop to my account and I can list any product. Any product that's available on shop, I can add to my creator shop. So let's say that I'm a creator that talks about health and beauty, right? Like I'm making videos about fitness or something, right? Well, then I don't even need to have my own products. I can start a shop right now from my creator account and I can add protein powders, creatine powders, whatever I want from all the brands that are already listed on TikTok shop. I can create I don't even need to ask that request a sample. I can request a sample from that brand, but if I already use that brand, I can add it to my shop. I can start creating videos right now and I can make a commission right now. As a creator, when you add shop to your account and you search through the different products, you'll see the commission levels right inside of shop from your creator account. So it's very easy for you to see. It'll say, add this product to your shop. It offers a 20% commission. So it's very easy for creators to start creating content and growing and promoting brands. And often if you're a popular brand or you're selling a product that people love or that's easy for them to create content about, you'll see that there'll be sample requests in your TikTok seller center that you didn't even initiate. You didn't even outreach to those creators. They came to you asking for a sample of your product. So that they can create content on it. But they don't have to do that. They don't have to wait for the sample. They can buy the product themselves and talk about it and start selling right away. So often you get these little pleasant surprises on TikTok, which is a little different than Amazon, right? Amazon, I got to pay for my PPC. I don't have people just willy-nilly on the platform promoting the product for me. On TikTok, that'll happen. You'll get all these sample requests from creators you never even talked to that just love your product and want to talk about it. And you'll see creators that are, what's called open commissions on TikTok. So you have target collaborations and open collaborations, and you set your open collaborations to whatever. So let's say open means I'm going to offer whatever percentage to all creators. Target is, okay, specifically targeting specific creators, like I want this creator with 1 million followers that would be really good for my brand. I'm gonna offer them a 40% commission, and that's a targeted collaboration. But open collaboration will list your products for any creator to add, and it's a set commission for all of those creators. So you set that up when you first set up your TikTok shop, and that allows any creator to add it. And before you know it, you're going to have people creating content about your products and selling your products, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, okay. I didn't even do anything there.
Yeah, so we can actually filter out our collaboration. Like if we want to collaborate with a creator who is having at least 100,000 followers, so we can actually filter out them. And it seems like it's very easy for any creator who is already a creator on TikTok to open a TikTok shop. So, and you will advise every creator to start that shop because it's very easy. They can just pick up the product and they can start selling from tomorrow, like if they are having some following.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so one more question which came into my mind, like in Amazon, like anyone who want to start selling on Amazon, they require a lot of budget, like inventory budget, marketing budget, and like listing creation optimization. So for the TikTok shop, if there is a new seller who is not having an experience of e-commerce and he want to start their journey from the e-commerce, so how much budget expectedly, like I'm sure like you cannot like tell any exact amount, but expectedly if someone want to start selling, so how much minimum budget they want to have?
So I want to shift the focus here because I get this question all the time, and this is the number one mistake sellers make. When people come to me for consulting, the first thing that I do is go over their numbers with them, and we determine if they're making any money. And I can tell you 90% of the people who come to me who didn't start with me, right? They're paying way too much for their products. They don't have enough margin. So
Okay.
you as a seller, if you want to start selling, you need to focus on what is the market price for your product. So if I want to sell phone cases, right? If I want to sell phone cases, I need to look and see what is the price that most of these types of phone cases sell for in the market. If I'm going to start on TikTok, I need to look. What are people selling phone cases for on TikTok, right? So that's good for me to know. And then I need to know, what can I source that product for? And most people don't understand how to negotiate with suppliers. They don't understand what is too much to pay for a product. The gold standard in retail is a 7x multiplier. That means that I divide whatever the market price is. So if this is, $20, right? I divide that by 7.
7.
I should not be paying more than that from the supplier because you don't have margins. So many Amazon sellers come to me and they're like, I'm losing so much money. And it's not because they say it's PPC's fault that I'm losing all this money. Well,
Exactly.
it's not PPC's fault. It's your fault because you don't have enough margin. So the bottom line is, it's not about how much budget you need, because the budget you need is dependent on how much are you going to pay for those phone cases? How many do you need to start, right? How many what's the minimum order from the supplier that you can buy to get started? How many do you need if a product goes viral on TikTok? How much do you need of inventory? So those are the numbers you should budget for, but knowing your margins from the very beginning and having enough margin is the most important thing you can do selling online. And I can tell you, I've met so many, even 7-figure sellers that are losing money. So they've got that pretty 7 figures in revenue, but they don't have profit because they have very little profit, or they're one mistake away from losing their entire business because they don't have the margin to scale their business. So that is what I want you guys to focus on. Forget about how much money do I need to start. Like, that's the wrong mindset. The mindset is, what is the price that I need to sell it at? What do I need to source it at? And how much do I need to get started? There's your budget. You always put your margin first.
Okay, that's great. And what about dropshipping? Like, we see that on Amazon, dropshipping is not allowed. Like, if someone's want to dropship on Amazon, they ban their account. So what about TikTok Shop? Is it easy there, or there are some restrictions as well?
No, TikTok has a 2-day shipping requirement. So that eliminates a lot of drop shippers. It's not allowed on the platform. You will get kicked off the platform if you're doing it. So there are people doing it, of course, on even on Amazon, even though it's not allowed on Walmart, It's not allowed. People still do it. More power to them, but it is not allowed. It's not a good business model. It is a good business model in some cases, but not what we're talking about today.
Okay. And is there any kind of restriction on TikTok Shop, like these kind of product we can sell or these kind of product not? Like someone like bulky product like furniture or chair. Like you say that the common product like spoon we cannot sell. Like we can sell, but they will not sell. So what kind of product which is there any restriction for beauty products, for makeup products, any certification requirement, just like Amazon?
So yes, there are some products that have certification requirements. You have to if it's health and beauty, you do need to usually submit images of the label. TikTok wants to know, what exactly are you selling? And the main thing is, just like Amazon, you can't have any medical claims. So if you're trying to sell a product that has any kind of medical, anything that's related to
surgical products,
exactly, those kind of products, no good on TikTok. Also, some of baby products and infant products, just like on Amazon, those are really, baby products and children's products are sometimes restricted. It's the same on TikTok.
Approval.
Yeah.
So it's just like the same way we have to get the approval for some sensitive products on TikTok Shop, just like Amazon.
Yeah, and then some products are banned altogether, like anything related to drugs or marijuana, things like that, completely not allowed on the platform.
Okay. Okay, so if we list any product and we want to know like if that product is banned or restricted, so how we know that? Like just after listing the product, we will get the message or not?
So the easiest thing to do again is visit TikTok Seller University. They go over all the restricted products and how to apply for invite only products, that kind of thing. So visit Seller University. It's free, and there's no reason to go all the way in setting up a shop and then find out later that your product is restricted, right? So it's all in their terms. It's all listed for you in their Seller University. And then when you list, so let's say you do have a product that is like health and wellness or whatever that is allowed, maybe it's a beauty product that's good for your skin, whatever. TikTok will actually tell you what you have to submit for the approval. Sometimes you need different certifications. And then also it's important to note that TikTok also has brand registry. So just like Amazon has brand registry, TikTok has brand registry. And so you must have the trademark granted, and you have to actually submit your trademark certificate. You can still sell a product that is not yet trademarked from a brand that is not yet trademarked, but you have to list it on TikTok as no brand. So you have to kind of list it, kind of like Amazon had like their generic program. You have to do that on TikTok as well.
Okay, and just like Amazon, if we are a brand registered seller on Amazon, so we might get some features unlocked like A+ content, storefront. So are there any extra feature on a TikTok shop as well, which a branded seller can have or a non-branded seller cannot have?
Yeah, so things like your payments, you can get payments faster and more often the more that you sell, and the less violations that your shop has, like your shop health matters, just like on Amazon. You can unlock fulfilled by TikTok. So Amazon has fulfilled by Amazon. TikTok has fulfilled by TikTok, but not everybody qualifies until your store reaches a certain level. So you can unlock fulfilled by TikTok. You can also unlock having your own account manager, your own dedicated account manager with TikTok. So there's different things that you can kind of achieve. And also the thing is TikTok runs all these cool like live streaming contests, things like that. And the more you participate in those things, the more traffic TikTok gives you to your shop. So, and Amazon does the same thing, and a lot of people don't pay attention. Amazon will like run kind of new things like, hey, try this new dashboard or make improvements to your listings using this or that. What a lot of people don't realize is if you do that, Amazon will actually give you more traffic. I remember when Amazon video ads first came out and nobody was using them, we were creating just stupid videos, like whatever we could do, like just with like slideshow videos, wasn't anything like high production value or whatever. Well, in the beginning, when Amazon video ads first came out, we were doing that, we were crushing it because Amazon's testing that out, right? So they're giving us all the traffic and other people weren't getting that. So any platform that you're on, whenever they introduce something or invite you to something, try it because you're going to get extra traffic. So definitely would recommend that.
Exactly. So if you want, if you are a serious seller, and if you want to show TikTok shop that you are serious, so it's recommended to have a brand registry so you can actually get the more traffic and more features to unlock.
Exactly.
And if someone want to get the benefit of the viral trend of TikTok shop to start selling their products, so how can they get there was a product fidget spinner in past years, so that was very trendy product. So if someone want to sell these kind of product, like someone wants to know like which are products that are viral right now, and like no matter they are seasonal, but they want to sell these kind of viral products, so how can they get the advantage of that viral product from TikTok shop?
So you can just use software. So use Fastmoss, use Kalo data, and look up what is trending on the platform. And a lot of times these products will run out of stock on TikTok. So because TikTok is such a new platform, and that's a key opportunity for you. So you know how to source, you know how to get products out there, and you already have a shop, like you can list those trending products and be able to fill those gaps for things that are trending. So for example, a lot of there was this really popular like sea moss and ashwagandha supplement of this one brand, and people were creating content about it and talking about how good they felt when they were taking this supplement. Well, they ran out of stock really quickly. And so all of a sudden you saw all these other sellers that basically made that supplement, and packaged it in a similar way, but it was a different brand, but they just made like a very similar product, bottle, everything, and kind of labeled it similarly. and they also went viral. They also had, a really great sales record. So because TikTok is so new and there's so many great opportunities, you can take advantage of looking at those trends and seeing what's out of stock. And even built into Seller Center, there's product opportunities, and TikTok will email them to you on a regular basis. They have seller training every week that they invite you to. You can go to these training sessions and learn from the TikTok team. So it's a very kind of informative community. There's a lot to learn. It can be a full-time job. Like, we do TikTok Shop full service management, and when people see how much we do, we actually do attend these training sessions. We take part in all of the contests. We take part in all of the promotions, and we do that for your shop because we know that that gives you the best chance of growth and success on the platform. But when people see, oh my gosh, your shop management services, you're doing all that. Like, every area of Seller Center, we're in and checking and, doing all the contests, everything, communicating those contests to creators. Like, it is a full-time job just to manage one shop properly.
Exactly.
So that's something that people often, they don't realize. They kind of think, maybe they have the Amazon mindset of, oh, I spend 2 hours a week. Once I get that product going, it's kind of set it and forget it. In order to succeed on TikTok Shop, you do really need to put time and effort into it.
Exactly. If you are having some benefits, so you have to give more time. So how many sellers you have already helped, like for TikTok Shop, and what services are included in your services? Can you please explain, so all of the viewers who are watching this, so they can actually know about your services, and if they want any particular thing, so they can contact you?
Yeah, for sure. So we actually have a TikTok Shop seller course. So we have everything. You can learn everything about our services at amazingathome.com/TikTok. We have a free 2-hour masterclass on that page that you can watch, and we talk all about the different products that sell well on TikTok, how to tell, what are the success strategies for TikTok. So that's completely free from us. Then we have a full 8-week long course. Now, we just did it in 8 weeks, but it's like 8 2-hour classes, right? Where we walk you through every aspect of TikTok Shop and how to launch products, how to succeed, how to create content, how to hire affiliates, how to create affiliate outreach messages, how to set up your customer service dashboards. All of that is covered in our course. Again, everything's at amazingathome.com/TikTok. And then we also offer full service management. We don't take on just anyone. We really do pay attention to who is going to have the most success on the platform. We want products that are right for TikTok, all of that. So you can apply for free. You can apply for our service at amazingathome.com/TikTok. You can just fill out our little application form there, and we'll be in touch with you to kind of go over whether or not your store is a good fit for TikTok and for our full service management program. Full service management for us includes everything. So we do all of your creator outreach. We do all of your affiliate management. We do your fulfillment of your products in shop. We do your product listings. Everything from A to Z is covered by us.
Okay, so first you check the mindset, like if someone is coming from Amazon mindset, so you actually train them to change the mindset from Amazon to TikTok Shop, then you take them on board, right?
Well, we don't train them. I mean, we have a course that will show you how to, we don't train you to change your mindset. We have a course that teaches you how to succeed on TikTok. It's your job to realize that it's not the same as Amazon, right? But if you want full service management for your shop, if you don't want to do it yourself, right, you can apply for our full service management, and then we will work with you on a strategy that we know based on our experience is going to work best for your shop. And then we will manage all of that with obviously your approval and collaboration with you, but we take care of everything. So really it's hands off for you after you hire us to take over your shop.
Okay, great. So how many sellers you have already helped, and what is the future goal? Like in TikTok Shop, like if I ask you that, how do you see TikTok Shop evolving? Like what future trend should seller be preparing for, and how you see the TikTok Shop in next 4-5 years?
Yeah, so TikTok Shop is constantly growing and evolving. And in terms of sellers that we've helped, TikTok Shop is fairly new. So, we don't have thousands of sellers under our belt yet. We have helped hundreds of sellers so far, through our courses and through our management programs. But where is TikTok evolving in the future? That's a great question. I believe that video commerce is really going to play a huge role in the future of commerce. It's already growing so much. China, if you watch our 2-hour free masterclass on TikTok, we show you kind of how it originated in China and how they're already, at trillions of dollars in revenue on these platforms. But this is constantly growing in the US. And we can see with Amazon's recent partnership with not only TikTok Shop, but with Meta, and also in their growth of their Amazon Live creators and their Creator Connections program. So Amazon sees this happening as well. But TikTok continues to grow at a massive rate. And it's crazy how many creators are entering the platform because they see, the ability to earn money and, being a creator. TikTok's own live streaming program, they don't even necessarily sell products. They give virtual gifts and you can earn money doing that, doing live streams.
Exactly.
People will give you virtual gifts. So there's a ton of ways to earn money on the platforms. And with the evolution of AI, with what's going on with AI, it's really people are going to crave connection. They're going to want to see someone's real face talking about real things. And with automation, it's really going to drive the product costs down. And a lot of sellers are going to be knocked out. Amazon is launching their own factory direct program where now factories are going to be able to launch directly on Amazon at factory direct prices. So if I'm selling a commodity product that any factory can make themselves and there's nothing unique about my product, most likely I'm going to get knocked out by that program. Same thing. Temu's opening its doors to other sellers, right? They're doing kind of a managed shop program. Shein does the same thing. TikTok's doing something similar. So for sellers, I would say pay attention because things are constantly changing more rapidly than they've ever changed before on these platforms. And so kind of pay attention to what's going on and look at all of your opportunities. And don't forget to pay attention to your competition because they may be able to offer better value than you can depending on the products that you're selling. So you may have to pivot very quickly.
Exactly, because if TikTok is giving you too much opportunities in future, so other platform will also do. So that will be a tough competition between these platform, and at the end, seller will get the benefits. That's why I think that TikTok had partnership with Amazon. So what do you say about that partnership? Like how do they do in future? Because before they were competitors, like right now they are partners.
Well, it's still, you're still not going to be able to just on TikTok create a video and go, hey, go to Amazon and buy this, right?
Yeah.
The partnership is in ads. That's what the partnership is. So what that means is TikTok is now allowing me to run ads on their platform, which is good for them. They're making money, right? To Amazon. So I can run an ad about a product on TikTok to Amazon. Same thing that I can do on Meta, any other platform. I can run an ad to Amazon. So that's the difference. The difference is it's an ad. It's not like the partnership means suddenly I can list my Amazon products on TikTok and that's not
a partnership. That's a settlement between these platforms, because before the TikTok shop, people use TikTok ads to drive traffic to Amazon. But right now, if that platform will also launch the e-commerce platform, so it's just like a settlement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. I think that I've already covered everything, and all of the questions which I have in my mind, you have explained them in a very good manner, and some new questions arises between the conversation, and you have already explained those questions. So that was a very great conversation, and I thank you so much to being on the show. And later on, maybe if I find any new topic, so we can just connect later again.
Okay, thanks so much.
Right, thank you.
Bye.
So that's it for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video and learned something great from it. So if you find my content really informative and helpful for you, then make sure to like the video and subscribe the channel as well, so you can watch more and more videos like this in future. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.